Well, there's a debut for Alex Soroka, who's come on.
Lads like 𝙇𝙚𝙤𝙚𝙖𝙙𝙚 and Scott Fardy, lads I grew up kind of idolising my position, just to share the field, and was just like pretty incredible. Like only like a year ago or two, like I'd be watching them on TV, just like trying to take stuff from them out to share the field, and it was just amazing. I'm down with my parents, definitely my parents. If it wasn't for my parents, it's like I wouldn't be here.
I still have a book when it was the questions, only want to be in the future. And he said, I want to play rugby and they made proud my dad, and I still have that book.
How old was he then?
It's about 8 years old.
Yeah, no, he was determined and he always wanted to do this.
I had him in my Irish class in Leaving Cert. And kind of said something to me, like at the beginning of every class, Alexi would always try and say to you, sir, I'm after finding this fantastic line out. Is there any chance we could have a look at it for a minute? And he brought me back to kids that I'd coached, and then the Keith Earls of the world and the Donegal Ryans of the world, and those guys who lived it and breathed it, you know, that really wanted it, would never want to do anything else except play professional rugby for Leinster. And a lot of the kids you'd coach in Belvedere, they could take it or leave it, I felt. But there was never that going to happen with Lexi. He wanted it and he was going to go for it, you know, and hopefully it'll work out for him. Oh, Lexi comes in and gives me a hand at the games. He came to watch our last under-15 game. He's a great guy to give feedback, great guy to work with young players. He comes into Belvedere College to give me a hand with the young players from time to time. And again, it's another great sign of a player who can come back, relate to under-15s, relate to second years inside in Belvedere College. It's something you love to see. You know, that kind of humility from a professional player to come back and give a little bit back all the time, you know.
When we were younger, there would have been a lot of messing, a lot of fighting, the usual kind of brotherly stuff kind of going on, which was good. And then he never did that. And then it kind of got to a stage where we're both a little bit too big for that, and then we kind of had to make up and kind of be friends and stuff. So probably that's when it kind of kicked off, when we started kind of helping each other, bouncing kind of ideas off each other in terms of like the rugby, the training, that sort of stuff, and always kind of just trying to bounce things off each other, and kind of worked quite well for both of us. So yeah, that's kind of how we kind of got to where we are now.
It was unbelievable. So our whole family was here.
Long time coming as well.
Yeah, long time coming. So the way like I worked in school, when he came in, when he kind of left school, I came in, because like 6 years we never really got a chance to play together. And then it was a long time coming because like during COVID and stuff, we were kind of in a bubble. We couldn't really get released and play, so it took a while to get there, but no, it was special. It's probably my coolest rugby memory. Just to get a chance to play with your brother, like anyone that's done it knows how cool it is. It was just a good day for the family, wasn't it?
It was so special, and so special because there was like nearly 14 years, you know, because there was, as I said, was gap. But the second thing was so special, between the injuries and COVID, it should have happened probably 2 years before that, but never happened. And it was like, I don't know, it's unbelievable.
I made my debut for Leinster against Glasgow Warriors on February 2021, so it was my first year in the academy during kind of like the peak of lockdown. Yeah, it was just a mad week. I remember I didn't know if I was going to play or not because there was a few injuries and stuff, but I was kind of staying ready just in case. And then I got told on the Tuesday or the Wednesday by Leo, and I was just so excited. I couldn't believe it was happening. It just feels, I know I was training with them beforehand, but it just feels like anyone that's made a debut knows how mad that feeling is. Like you're so nervous, like you can't actually believe you're about to play a professional game. The trip to South Africa last year was really good. We went down in April playing the Sharks and the Stormers. So yeah, first week was a bit disappointing because we didn't get on against Sharks, but then second week one of the lads got injured, so got a chance to start the game, which is really cool. Never been to South Africa, never played against South African opposition, so to get the chance to go and do that against such a good team and such a cool stadium was a pretty special experience.
That moment we didn't know. He said, Alex got man of the match. Vasil said, no way, we lost. He said that actually beauty of that. So Leinster lost and Alex got man of the match. And Vasil said, Tanya, who switch off the telly? And they start immediately. So we found that interview and then we start kind of crying.
Yeah, it was absolutely a kind of emotional.
But that's only could happen.
We're so proud, because look, it was emotional, really was.
Rang home, it was, pretty special. My parents were like pretty emotional and stuff, and so was my brother. So that was special. But they were still pretty nervous because my brother had a big game the next day, obviously with Clontarf. So they were happy, but I could tell they were still a bit nervous. But yeah, that was a nice feeling. My mum and dad are both Ukrainian. My dad's from Kyiv, my mum's from Dnipropetrovsk. So Ivan was born in Kyiv as well, but me and my sister are born here. But obviously there's a very strong, you know, Ukrainian connection. When everything happened last year, I felt pretty helpless, so we just wanted to find a way to kind of help out as much as we could. And I just remember Ivan or my sister was just like, we try to go fund, you know. I was like, yeah. So my sister set it up. We all kind of chipped in to help, you know, set it up and stuff. And then we were just like, look, let's just see how it goes, expecting a couple of grand or whatever. Kind of blew up twice. I remember the first time was when obviously I posted, and I think the target was 5 grand. It ended up going up to like 30 grand. And then, which was absolutely like incredible, the support I got from everyone here and everyone in Clontarf, you know, resharing it and donating was unbelievable. Like I'll never forget that.
The clubs like Clontarf, Terenure, Corcon, UCD, they gave all the gates, where the money were on the gates, and organized. Like, I couldn't believe it. I was so overwhelmed, and because that hospital at the time, it's the biggest in Ukraine, and the Leinster, because all the basically stars supporting it, sharing it, and that was like big moment. Because if it wasn't up to Leinster, and the clubs, it probably wouldn't be that much money, and that was a great moment. And I as I say, I know because I live here a long time enough, but I think the Irish people are the most generous people in the world.
So you got some good news recently as well?
Yeah, so I'm my first pro contract with Leinster, so obviously over the moon with that. Such a great club with great players and great coaches, so to get the opportunity to play here for another 2 years is special and means a lot to me.
I'm acting as an Irish mommy on that moment, you know, it's like, that's my son, you know. Now, of course, I'm very proud for Alex, so it's looked like his dreams come true.